Our presentation today is about non-traditional parents. This is for Stacy, Shelley, Elise, and Carson. Non-traditional parents include teens who are pregnant or are already parents, grandparents who are raising grandchildren, and foster parents. First, we'll talk about the cultural environment around this population. Over the years, Hollywood has struggled to keep up with accuracy when it comes to portraying non-traditional families. They do have examples of single parents, blended and even multiracial gay and lesbian couples, but there has been an underrepresentation of grandparent, foster, and teen mom portrayal in Hollywood as of late. When they are portrayed, they are seen as dysfunctional or selfish. They cannot keep good relationships with their children or personal life. The father is often portrayed as a deadbeat and unsupportive. Foster parents are portrayed as being the life-saving grace to family and for the dysfunctional child. The foster family is usually well off and does not seem to have struggles financially or emotionally. Bad situations seem to always end happily. Grandparents are portrayed as the babysitter because the parents are dysfunctional and unfit to take care of their own children. Peer and family support are key to ensuring success and resource access to allow for better and less stressful experiences. It can be difficult for a single parent, foster parent, or grandparents to raise children without the help, support, and resources available within the community. Peers are a wonderful way to help carry some of the load and uplift and share experiences that can lead to a more meaningful experience of parenting in general. Peer support can help parents meet their children's needs more efficiently and with greater confidence and hope to succeed in providing the best care to their children or grandchildren. There is a cyclic type of nature that surrounds this culture. A teen mother has a daughter who is at higher risk for becoming a mother in her teen years. Children in the foster care system are at higher risk of teen pregnancy due to lack of stable environment and a need to feel love and acceptance. This is because of the unstable relationships that they have often already experienced. Children raised by grandparents are also at higher risk for teen pregnancy due to education barriers and lack of discussion about these practices. The legal and political system is pretty much the same in Utah as it is nationwide as far as helping adults by providing a place of permanency for the children. This allows for guardianship or custody of those in foster care. The legal system also dictates parents of children to pay family members who are raising their children. The legal system provides government-sponsored health care for those families who may not be able to afford those services. In order to receive these benefits, families must go through long processes, have stacks of paperwork to fill out correctly and timely, or occasionally they have to start the process all over again. Court dates and proceedings can often take a long time and be drawn out. Some of the potential barriers of this population can be religious or cultural beliefs. These families may experience conflict when adopting children not of their faith because the children may not accept the new family's lifestyle and vice versa. The family may not accept the child's lifestyle and want them to change, thinking that they are doing them a good deed by adopting them. This also ties into cultural beliefs. Maybe the child or family doesn't accept some of the cultural habits, or they don't understand the cultural beliefs and habits. Mental health can be a barrier because communication can often be altered in those situations, and many children in the foster care have a tendency for behavior issues due to trauma and the lack of trust that they have towards the adults in their lives. This could be their biological parents, social workers, teachers, healthcare professionals, even former foster parents. These barriers combine negatively to affect the child's academics and can cause more contention in the home. Most countries have the same views on high-risk adults that the U.S. has. There was a study conducted about the impact of foster care on children in different countries. They found that Northern Ireland heavily advocates for the child's well-being, and their safety, while countries like Spain, Israel, and those Dutch countries do not like to remove the child from the home, and they have decreased support for the children, favoring the parents keeping the children in their home. Now we'll discuss some of the health disparities of this population. Socioeconomic status. Lower income families often lack resources. They may not have the resources to provide for the needs of their family. A single young mother may have to choose between working and daycare or involving her family to help. Grandparents on fixed incomes may not be able to adequately provide for the needs of their grandchildren. Cost, travel times, and resources all play a part in managing health, and those who are in lower socioeconomic statuses struggle even more. Race and ethnicity. About 1/3 of the kids in foster care are African American. These children may face the biases of white social workers or case managers. There was one instance where a social worker thought a child had been abused and beaten, but it turned out to be Mongolian spots on a child who was ethnic in background. Some races are naturally more prone to certain health problems like heart disease, so those struggling in non-traditional families may find it very difficult to take care of themselves and seek the care that they need because they are taking care of others. Now, religion, as far as it pertains to non-traditional families, there's not really specifics to go along with that, but some of the benefits of having a form of religion are better coping skills and quality of life, including mental health. All of these things definitely benefit this population who are at higher risk for depression and other poor mental health practices. As far as gender goes, among the non-traditional family population, often women end up being the caregiver. In cases of guardianship, mothers are favored over the father. And females are looked at as being responsible for family choices, while the man is more of the child support role or the breadwinner. The fathers often have to pay child support in those cases. Teen moms are often taken out of school and ostracized from friends and away from the peer group that they are used to. Geographical location, there's not really a specific way to pinpoint health disparities based on geographical location for non-traditional families because they can occur anywhere. In general, some of the problems that one may face based on location are things like lack of access to healthcare resources, health insurance, education, employment, housing, childcare. This may affect their income. In Utah, we are more prone to pollution, altitude, and temperature problems. These can all be barriers for those who may not be prepared to face them due to their maybe lower income status. Bias becomes an issue in all of these cases. Foster kids who commit juvenile crimes are more likely to be placed in detention than those non-foster counterparts. This puts a huge burden emotionally and financially on those parents who are involved. Cultural and socioeconomic bias happens a fair amount within these communities because of the diverse population that are represented. On an international level, when you compare the United States to international numbers, the United States is fairly low on the radar for traditional two-parent households. Of the 2.8 million children living with no parent present in the house, over half of those live with their grandparents. And you can see on the chart on the right, the United States compared to other countries that have the majority of households as a two-parent household. And here are our references. Thank you so much.